Find the equation of the line passing through 4 on the x-axis. So let's just stop there. That means whatever this line is, it's cutting through where on the x-axis is 4. So because we need coordinates, we need information to actually solve these kinds of problems, this coordinate where it passes through 4 is going to be 4, 0, because it's an intercept, and which means all y values are 0. So I have a coordinate from this information. I also need to have an equation of the line that is perpendicular to this line here, which requires me to determine the gradient. Now, I can't just say, well, 2 is the gradient, because the only way that you can do that is if the line equation is written like this. And also, like, that's a 1 there, so only one y, not many y's, just one y. So if I take this equation, because I need to find out the gradient to put into my line equation that's perpendicular, I need to figure out what the gradient is to start off with. So how do I change this so it looks like that? First of all, the y is on the left-hand side, so I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides to shift it over to the right-hand side. That's going to give me 3 minus 2x, and then I don't want 5y's, so if I divide both sides by 5, I will end up with y equals 3/5 minus 2/5 x, because I'm dividing everything by 5. The gradient, which is the value in front of the x, which in this case is the second term, is minus 2/5. So my gradient for this line here is minus 2/5. To find perpendicular gradients, in your formula sheet, you can see that perpendicular gradients are when multiplied together equal -1, or can be calculated by writing -1 over the gradient that you had before. Or you can just do this trick where you take the gradient and you flip it and then you change its sign. That will still work too. So the perpendicular gradient can be done by flipping this upside down, which gives you 5 over -2, and then if it's a negative, then you make it positive, and then you'll get 5 over 2, which is my new gradient for the line I'm trying to construct. Or you could have done -1 divided by -2 over 5 on your calculator, which is weird to put in. So use brackets when you put this in, because it's a fraction and a fraction. I now have my perpendicular gradient. I now need to know the y-intercept, and I'm going to do that by substituting this gradient and this coordinate that I got before to then find out what the y-intercept is. So here's my x and here's my y. So 0 is equal to 5 over 2 times the 4 plus c. 5 over 2 times 4 is 20 over 2, which is 10. And then put the 10 on the other side, subtract 10 from both sides, minus 10 equals c. So the equation of this line is y equals gradient minus 10.